Hi, my tubies. I'm back here with you tonight. And today I'm going to share something with you from divorce court. And it's going to further show you how narcissism can get out of control, how disgusting it is. I mean, really, what is the definition of narcissism? When a person has no empathy, they only care about themselves, they have no compassion whatsoever. They don't. They could go around and hurt people, and it's like something they take it so lightweight. But before we get started, don't forget my book. You saw it in my other videos. Best information before leaving Earth. Answers that actually work. Answers that work. Sheila, True Love. And there I go, my picture. You have me there with you, along with, oh God, you look at some of the topics that I have. Can you see the topics? My table of contents? I have such great topics, and I know you're going to enjoy them. Because if you enjoy my videos, you're going to just love this book. Really. Anyway, my darlings, don't forget, you can get it on Amazon. It's in the paperback form, or you can get it electronic. And I'm also available on Barnes and Nobles now. And it's selling like hotcakes. I thank Jehovah for that. I really do. Anyway, let's get into this. This is like narcissism to the extreme, really.
So you say y'all still been together? Yes. Okay.
Yeah,
last night. Last night. So you mean to tell me y'all been together last night? Yes. You mean to tell me y'all been friends for 15 years?
After 15 years and 3 children together, Lene Ransom and Aldante D. Smith finally made plans to marry. But before the flowers could be ordered and the date could be set, the couple had a threesome and everything unraveled.
You mean to tell me you believe that if you would sleep with her best friend, everything would be okay?
Yes.
I want you to know I am hurt to the core. And I mean to the core. She opened the door for me to come in there and...
This husband felt that the marriage was becoming stagnated, if you will. So he felt that the solution to the problem to fix the marriage was to have a threesome, to bring someone else into the bedroom, another woman. That's supposed to spice up their marriage and spice up their life. You know what freaks me out, though? And I've heard this happen in numerous occasions. Why is it that every time these men want to have a threesome, how come it can't be, let me bring another man into the scenario? Why does it always have to be we have a threesome and we got to bring another woman? No. Okay, you want a threesome? Okay. But we're bringing another man up in here. How about that? God knows that should be real spicy, especially for him.
Share this with you.
I didn't know it would be like this, but
I'm
not the reason.
But it is. It is like this, and you are the reason.
Emotions run rampant.
It's over! It's over! It's over!
When the truth is revealed. On Divorce Court.
Come to order.
Crazy.
Court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Lynn Toller presiding.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here today with Lene Ransom and Dante Smith. The two of you have been together for 15 years. You have 3 children together, but you do not want to be together anymore. We also have in this courtroom Octavia Morgan. Good day to you as well.
How you doing?
You have some financial matters that you would like me to resolve. Before we get to that, I want to ask...
Oh, God, please. They have 3 children involved in this. They've been married for 15 years. That's a long time. 3 children involved in this. You have 3 children, you've been married for 15 years, and you kind of think that we should have a threesome? What? Have you taken a leave of your senses? What are you on, crack, crystal meth, heroin? What are you smoking, dude? I mean, really.
You to tell me a little bit about your relationship and why we're here today.
Okay, Your Honor, my friend, that woman right there, and my ex-fiance, and we all had a threesome together. And it had ruined my relationship. My relationship has not been the same since then, Your Honor.
Well, we just jumped into the deep end, didn't we? It was up and at it. Ms. Morgan, since we're talking about you from the jump, come on up.
Thank you.
Stand next to Mr. Smith, because I'm sure Ms. Ransom don't want to stand next to you.
I want next to it. I don't want to stand next to it.
How did that happen to begin with?
Well, how did that happen was, okay, me and my ex-fiance, he had been pressuring me to have a threesome, keep talking about having one all the time. I know I wanted to have it, so I decided, especially relationship up, and let's get something going. So I thought of my best friend for 5 years, that I can trust her. I thought she was trustworthy, so I decided to choose her to do the threesome with. So we all went to the club, had a couple of drinks, and we went to our place, and one thing led to another, and we all started kissing, and we started to have a threesome.
Okay.
Of course, everything started out.
Am I in the Twilight Zone? Why did she have this threesome? Because her husband decided this? What kind of women are these? My empaths, my tubies. Let's just say your husband said, okay, you know what? Our marriage is becoming a little dull. We need to spice it up. I suggest that we have a threesome. We're going to have to bring another woman into it. You get to pick, honey, I love you. And God knows, because I love you, I'm going to let you pick the female that comes into the picture. How would Sheila True Love have handled that? You're out of your mind. That's craziness. And how about this? If we're going to have a threesome, sweetheart, and you said I get to pick the person, I hear you, baby. Thank you. I would have brought the biggest man who have the most incredible size, endowment, if you know what I mean. I would have brought one of those brawny men. I wouldn't have went through with it, of course. I just want to see the reaction on his face. You're the one who said we have to spice it up. You're the one who said that we have to make some changes up in here. Why is it that you always got to be some other woman? No. No, we're going to really take it to another level. Okay? You have a prostate. I heard they like that prostate massaged. The way those know how to massage that prostate, darling. No, there will not be another woman here. If there's any freaking threesomes going on up in here, it will be another man.
Fine, but I noticed that my ex-fiance was more into Tay than me. Every time he rolling on her, kissing on her, touching on her, and I'm standing right there like, I don't know.
Looking at it with nothing to do.
Like I thought I was in their bedroom. I didn't know if I was at their house or my house at this point. So after the threesome took place, me and him have not been the same since then. We have been arguing. He's been coming home late, 2 in the morning, 3 in the morning. I had been calling her. Me and her used to talk on the phone for hours. I called now, she don't answer the phone. She sent me straight to voicemail. One day I called him, texting her on the phone. I thought he told me he didn't know how to text, but I found out he know how to text. Things just have not been the same.
Just a sad lie, Mr. Smith. I don't know how to text.
I'm like, did you honestly think that the relationship was going to be the same after you done had a threesome? Now he doesn't hardly come home anymore. He's over at her house. He done had a taste of that, honey, and he's hanging with that. You see, as we listen further, yeah. She used to be able to call her girlfriend. Her girlfriend used to pick up the phone. They used to chit-chat for hours on end. Now her girlfriend just lets her calls go into voicemail. I wonder why that is.
Come on now.
Well, Your Honor, like
Mr.
you said,
Smith, why don't you tell me your version of the events?
Well, let me speak the truth. First of all, I asked Lene, in our relationship, very boring. She don't want to do nothing. She always dressing like a man. And I'm like, so let's spice it up. Let's try to spice it up. Let's invite
Why
somebody.
didn't you just buy her a dress or something? Why do you have to get a new
She
one?
got plenty of dress. I brought her plenty of dress. She just like she worked and she liked to have on scrubs all the time.
Okay, so she had lost her excitement and femininity. Your solution to that was to have a third party in there.
Yes.
How long did it take you to convince her to do that?
Well, it's like the
Years.
way she dressed.
He says that she wasn't dressing feminine enough. She wore scrubs. She works in a hospital. They have their scrubs or whatever. She was wearing the scrubs or what have you. Anyway, how hard is it for a woman to put on a dress? Do I blame her? I'm not blaming. I'm just saying, come on, girlfriend, come on. He wanted you to put on a god-dogged dress, Go get a freaking dollar store, whatever the store. Get a negligee. You know what I'm saying? Put the negligee on. Now, I have to question, why didn't she want to just put on the dress? You know, she keeps her hair up to part. Her makeup is nice. She says she was comfortable. As you listen to it further, she said because that's what she was comfortable in. Like me, let me tell you how I worked it in my house. In my house, I have 5 days out of the week for me. Where I get to wear my PJs, I get to wear my comfortable stuff, my muumuu, whatever. But for 2 days out of the week, I made that for my husband. I went to the store and I went on Amazon and I went to the Woman Within. I love shopping on Woman Within. They have the cutest negligees. I go to Lane Bryant and I get the cutest little cute negligees. So for 2 nights out of the week, on Friday, because I know we're going to wake up Saturday and I'm going to be around him all day Saturday. So Friday, Saturday, I got the stupid negligee on. Saturday night, I wear it because I'm going to see him again Sunday. So I guess it's Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Okay, so he got 3 nights out of this. I got 4 nights. That's the way I did it. I even bought some really nice stuff, which he pissed me off with that one because he had lacked appreciation. But I went out of my way. I even sent it to the cleaners to get it, taken in so it could be totally form-fitting perfectly. So for 2 or 3 nights, I dressed up for him. But for those 4 or 5 nights, it was for me. It seems fair to me.
It took
She was right on it.
Because I didn't want to do it in a way, yo. I didn't want to do it in a way.
She was right. It didn't even take a week.
She invited me.
You said she was into it.
Yes. She invited me into the relationship. It's not my fault that they're going through these problems like this.
You know,
She asked me.
No.
She asked me to be in a relationship with them.
Now, wait a minute. Did she ask you to be in a relationship with them or just to have sex with them?
Just to have sex.
Okay.
But it led to another thing.
Didn't you feel badly? Didn't you say,
Exactly.
hey, I don't think this is a good idea?
Exactly.
Ooh.
No, ma'am, because she asked me.
You
can't-
sister.
Stop it. Stop
That's
it.
my sister.
Stop it.
But if you ask me to do something, she can't.
What? If your best friend asks you, let's say I come over to you and say my marriage is a little rocky and I need a little excitement up in here. I was wondering if you would do a threesome with me. I can imagine me going to my best friend, Teresa, with a threesome. She would look at me like I've lost my freaking mind. What, are you crazy? Are you kidding?
To me, would you have a threesome?
Listen. You asked me to do that all day long. I'm not going to say yes.
Ask me all day long.
I believe she wanted you on.
She really wanted the threesome for him.
When did you decide that you had feelings for Mr. Smith?
Well, me and Mr. Smith,
Look at you. Smiling at him and everything.
because
You have to see the way she's looking at him in the courtroom. Her best friend looking at her ex-fiance, and they looking at each other. Well, when did you catch feelings for him? And she's looking at him. Well, Mr. Smith, and they looked at each other and smiled and can't help but smile. Personally, me, I'm going to get a bucket so I can hurl and throw up.
the threesome, we had continued on having sex with each other, seeing each other, but she didn't know anything about that.
Now, so after the threesome, Mr. Smith came to you on his own and said, let's us two hook up.
Yes.
Now, at that point, did anything like your conscience or your moral values or your religion or just right and wrong pop up in the back of your head and say, I ought not do this?
No, ma'am, and I'm being honest.
Oh, yeah, nobody would lie about that.
No, ma'am, it didn't.
Your Honor, I don't trust her. I don't trust her. I don't trust the woman at all, Your Honor. I don't trust her. I thought I did. That's the reason why I picked her to do the threesome with me. It has been a one-time thing, and I found out now. You said
it was a
and you said,
one-time.
what now? What you say? You say y'all still been together?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
Last night.
Last night.
Oh my God!
So you mean to tell me y'all been together last night?
Yes.
You mean to tell me y'all been together 15 years?
Hey, I can understand you being upset.
I'm hurt and upset. Because not only is she a friend, she's a foster. We spent foster homes together. We have been through a lot of things together. We had our little sisters and little brothers that have been hurt and molested, that me and her cry on each other's shoulder. And you mean tell me that you will do something like that? And you, 15 years, we've been together, And you mean to tell me you want to stay fooling around?
I mean, you don't want to do nothing. You don't want to do nothing. Man, look, I work.
Hey.
You mean to tell me the friendship is over? Man, you ain't getting back together.
That's
The guy
fine.
right now, that's it.
Miss Ransom, hang on.
I am so sad.
Hey. I know you're upset.
Oh, my
I know
God.
you're upset. Let's give it a second.
When divorce court continues, Judge Lynn goes in on D.
You wanted something, you got it, and then you torturing her with it. And I'm asking you, as a man, as a person, as a human being, do you have anything you want to say to the mother of your 3 children?
I mean, that's right. So, like the judge is saying, you wanted this to happen. You pushed her into it. Nobody can push me into nothing like that. Like the judge said, ain't nowhere where you can push her into that nonsense either. But anyway, the woman probably was trying so hard to please her piece of garbage, whatever, trailer trash or garbage. Trying to please him. And really? And this is the woman who has your 3 children, dude. She's been with you for 15 years. The mother of your kids. Like the judge says, is there anything you possibly want to say to her? Anything at all? You're right.
Your mama warned you not to marry your mate. If you're ready to admit that she was right and divorce is your best option, call toll-free at 1-877-311-22.
Twilight Zone! Twilight Zone!
Become a fan at Facebook.com/divorce court.
Divorce court returns with the case of Lene Ransom, who just discovered her now former fiancé D and best friend Octavia have been sleeping together behind her back. But is that the real reason Lene is so fired up?
Now, she really mad just because I believe she won't for herself. She won't move me out the way.
After she acquiesced to having a threesome, didn't you feel that, wow, this is my woman, she loves me, and I ought to be honest and fair with her about what's happening from this point forward?
Well, I tried to be fair with her. I also just spiced it up because she always bored.
And she did that. Miss Ransom, she did that. She spiced it up. She had another woman in there. Don't you feel at all morally it's repugnant? It's problematic. It's wrong. Don't you feel that?
Well, yes, I ain't know it was going to go that way, but at the same time.
I didn't know it was going to go that way. Aren't you in charge of yourself?
Yes.
Exactly. You in charge?
Like the Bible says, a man is supposed to be in charge, the head of the household. This is where the head of the household is going to lead you? And then you wonder why you have a lot of women that tell men, yeah, right up yours? Really? Why are women not willing to be submissive? Because you got pieces of garbage like this. This is how you're supposed to take the lead? The example you set for your children? You're supposed to have threesomes? Whatever. You know what? You wonder why a lot of women are not submissive. This is crazy.
All of it.
Yes.
The whole thing.
Yes.
And you took that whole thing and walked off with her friend.
Well, I thought it was going to change her. I actually thought it was going to change her.
What did you think it was going to do?
I thought she see how she dressed and how we get along, that it was going to make her do the same thing.
You mean to tell me you believed that if you would sleep with her best friend and get along and love and hug on her, she would figure out how you wanted to be treated and everything would be okay?
Yeah.
Did he honestly believe that? She's going to sit up here and watch how you are so much more intimate with your friend, with her friend, and how you're hugging up on your friend and all into your friend. That's going to make me change to become... Really? No. That's going to make me get a butcher knife and somebody's going to jail tonight.
That's what I did.
Miss Morgan, let me talk to you.
Yes, ma'am.
Have you no shame?
Yes, I do.
Are you embarrassed or hurt that
I'm
you
hurt.
hurt her like that?
I'm hurt. You know,
He
but
played you like a fiddle too.
What we did is what we did. She opened the door for me to come in there and share this with them. Now, the feelings came about a little later on. I'm sorry that I did it, but
You heard what she said? Well, she's got a good point. You know, the wife, the girlfriend, you did open the door to bring another woman into this. She says, but the feelings, so she was having sex with your man. At first it was just all about the sex, but you heard what she said? The feelings came later on down the road. There's feelings connected to sex. Are you kidding? They sit up there and say that men know how to compartmentalize this and men, they know how to separate sex from love. That's bogus and bullery. Because if that's the truth, why can't they just be happy with masturbation? Why do you have to bring a woman into the scene if it's all about just getting pleasure or whatever? You know? Why do you have to bring a woman into the scene? Since it's not an emotional thing for you. You said it's not emotional. Women aren't emotional and all lovey-dovey. So you should be able to get a Playboy magazine, go in the bathroom some doggone where, and handle your business. Why do they bring a woman into the picture? Because they want to feel some kind of emotional connection. They want to feel that feeling of emotions. And if men could really separate sex from love, why is it that you have men falling in love with prostitutes? Strippers, some broad working the pole, working his wallet. He's nothing but her ATM machine, her walking ATM machine, and he really is so delusional to think that she really loves him. You actually have men, boys, who have fallen in love with prostitutes. Who does that? Who falls in love with a freaking prostitute? She sit up here blowing smoke up your butt, aka telling you whatever you want to hear. You really believe it's real? Really? She's getting paid, fool. The only one catching feelings up in here is you. Because she's going to the next John. But they want to sit up here and try to make fools or make it seem like women are so stupid. Men don't catch feelings like women do. Yes, you do. Because you have a lot of women who, let me tell you something, they know how to hit it and quit it. Don't even want him to be there. Listen to a girl who knows. After the moment is over, she wants him to leave, bounce. Shoot. Now, be kidding me. And you need to think about prostitutes. They're sitting up there having sex. How come they're not emotionally connected to all these men? They be sleeping with, 5, 10 men a day. They're not connected to none of these. So don't sit up there and say that sex is always emotional for women. Women get all connected and all pulled in. You have more men falling in love with prostitutes than a little.
But you did it again last night. You're continuing to do it. You can't say, I'm sorry, and continue to do it. And let me believe that you're sorry. Right. You understand what I'm saying? And let me say to this, ladies, until we respect each other, our men will never respect us.
Hello.
We are going to be so tired and so lax as to step into another person's relationship, steal their men, have sex with them. Not only has he done it to her, he will do it to you because he doesn't respect women and because we don't respect ourselves. Right. And you're adding to that and you shouldn't do it.
Yes, ma'am.
Now
she's saying exactly what I've been saying for ages, for eons. You know, it's up to women to get these men straight. You sit up there, you have these women putting up with men who cheat. That's why it's hard to find a good man today. Because of all the crap that these women keep putting up with. You know what I'm saying? Look at the message you're sending to your daughter. You're supposed to let a man walk all over you, darling. If he cheats on you, defecate on you, disrespects you, smacks you around, talks to you any old kind of way, you're supposed to still just put up with that, babe. Yeah. That's the message you're sending to your daughter. And the message you're sending to your son. He sees how this man is treating his mom. Mom still stays. Mom is still serving him dinner, cooking, cleaning, laundry, sexing him, all of this. What message is that going to send to the son? And all of this has to do with the women. That's why you can't hardly find a good man anymore. You can't because of these women. I still say, you know what? We need to have a war. And we need to put at least 2 million or 5 million women in the front line at war and blow them all away. And then we could fix things up to start to have some good quality men again. Okay?
Pretty mad just because I believe she won't for herself. She won't move me out the way.
Mr. Smith, I don't believe that for a minute.
She always dressing like a man.
Exactly. Your Honor.
That's the one last time she had on a dress.
Your Honor.
He's talking about she dresses like a man. Wearing your scrubs is not a man. Scrubs is not a man. You know, he's saying that she doesn't wear a dress. I don't understand that part. How hard is it for the woman to just put on a freaking dress and shut him up already?
I didn't what he didn't want to do. I did it because I
got it. Ms. Morgan, I'm gonna sit you down for a minute.
All right.
Don't you feel badly about anything, Mr. Smith? Do you see that you've done any wrong? Do you feel that you need to say anything at all to Ms. Ransom?
I didn't know it was going to be like this, but
it is.
I'm not the reason.
But it is. It is like this. And you are the reason. You wanted...
You hear what he's saying? That's narcissist. Living in denial. But I'm not the reason. I'm not the cause of it. It's because of her projection. That's called projection. She doesn't wear a dress. She's always dressing like a man. A man wearing you know, when you work in the hospital, that's not a man, honey. That's just work clothes or whatever. She said she was happy. It was more comfortable. Personally, me, I love the fact of not having no man live with me, because having a man, and if I do, we're gonna have separate bedrooms. You see, I'm in my nightgown right now, and it's really cute. And this is cute for even a man, if I was with a man. You know what I'm saying? But I don't have to have this. I have my roommate here. She is the best roommate ever. And I don't even know if I want to get married again, because it's so much easier living with a female, you know, because she cleans up behind herself, she works, she's responsible, she goes to church, she's smart, she's amazing, no problems, no arguing, get up in the morning, she walks around pleasant and cheerful, the best thing ever. You have a man around the house, they always get up looking grumpy and their face is all and whatever. No, let me tell you how I like it. I like him with me Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Yes. Sunday at 10 o'clock. Poof, be gone by Sunday at 10 o'clock. I'll see you on Friday, baby. Love you. That works for me.
Something, you got it, and then you torturing her with it. And I'm asking you, as a man, as a person, as a human being, do you have anything you want to say to the mother of your 3 children?
That's right.
I'm sorry.
That was sad and tired, just like you.
I don't feel it.
When Divorce Court continues, Judge Lynn throws down the gauntlet.
Mr. Smith, I'm talking to you. I asked you a question. What do you want, her or her?
If you would like your case heard on Divorce Court...
Did you hear that sorry that he gave his wife? She says, the judge says, is there anything you would like to say to your wife? He's like, yeah, right, I'm sorry. Not heartfelt at all. Just something cold, something he just threw out there. It's unbelievable. You wonder why I'm in no rush. Michael, the guy I'm dating right now, oh, God, I really enjoy you. I really do. I'm in no freaking rush.
Call us toll-free at 1-877-311-2222 or log on to our website at divorcecourt.com and follow us on Twitter at Divorce Court. Divorce Court returns with the case of Aldante D. Smith, who says he cheated on Lene with their best friend Octavia because Lene dresses like a man. But did D have his eye on Octavia all along?
Everything has changed since day one. This is another man. I don't know who this man is.
You don't know who he is?
I don't know who this man is.
Could you tell me, other than the fact that you think she's boring, what was the problem with the relationship that has allowed you now to maintain a relationship with Ms. Morgan?
Like, she ain't been working too much, right? So at the same time, I'm thinking when I come home from work, she gonna be there and she gonna be in a dress or welcome me home, give me a hug and a kiss. It's none of that. She'll say she been out.
that doesn't make a difference. You know what I'm saying with this character? How many women are going around wearing a dress, see their man come home, welcome him with the house clean, dinner cooked, she's looking amazing. She greets him at the door, and he still cheats. Let's think about Beyonce, Rihanna. Let's think about some of these hot women out here, man. The hot women. Jay-Z cheating on Beyonce. What man in his right mind would cheat on Beyonce? And yet you look on the tabloids or you go on Google and look at how many times Jay-Z has cheated on Beyonce. What is that about? They don't get no sexier than that, am I right? It's not even about that. It's about whether you have a man who's have morals, you have a decent man, or you have a bum and a pig or a piece of garbage. That's what it's all about, because the most attractive women who have the dress on and who sit up there with the makeup and the eyeliner and the false eyelashes and her body being looking like a silhouette. And guess what? She still get defecated on.
On cleaning up. And then the kids, I get home, the kids running up to me, Dad, you owe me money, you owe me money. I'm like, for what? They like, because mama told me you don't pay her for washing dishes, doing the bathroom, taking the dirty clothes and putting them in the laundry room. The whole time I'm at work, she called me, she talking about, I don't clean up. I don't clean up, then I get home and the kids running up talking about, oh, my, like, I give them the money anyway, but I'm like, your mama told me she did it.
You know, that's not true. You know, that's not true. Ever since, you know, things are involved, ever since we brought my ex-friend to the relationship, because now she's an ex-friend, ever since we brought her to the relationship, Your Honor, he had been comparing me to her, to his to other ex-girlfriends. You know, he's about me dress. He like me to wear tight dresses and stuff like that. And that's fine. I have no problem with that. But now he comparing me. I work now. And I do CNA work, and I wear my scrubs. They're comfortable, I wear them. He wanted me to walk around, you know, looking like Tatum. He wanted me to walk around looking like his ex-girlfriends. And I'm not finna do that. He don't buy me clothes no more. When he get out of work, we just go walk and hold hands. We go to the movies, go out to eat. He don't do nothing no more. Everything here changed since day one. This is another man. I don't know who this man is.
You don't know who he is?
I don't know who this man is. I don't know who
I want you to come up, stand next to Mr. Smith.
I'm not like that, yo.
I don't know who he is.
Hang on. Any last words you want to say to me, Ms. Morgan? Anything to make this a little better, a little less ugly than it is? Is there any last words you want to give me before I give you mine?
No, ma'am.
Good.
Smith,
Shut it down.
anything that I haven't allowed you to say that you feel needs to be said, that you're dying to say before I tell you what I have to say?
I work, I go home, and take care of her and the kids. I pay the bill. It's just like, it's the time that she's looking for, I be busy. I'd rather be at work.
Let me ask you this. What do you...
I remember my ex-narc was like that too, where I go to work. He used to go around telling these hoes that he was trying to reel them in to make, you know, that, how you say, that when they try to, I forget the word, it escapes me at the moment. You know, they try to triangulation, or they try to devalue you. Oh, she doesn't appreciate nothing. I go to work, I get up and I go to work, and after I come from work, if I get off work, I come straight home from work. I come straight home. And then what happens with these hoes on the street? They be like, well, she should be grateful for a man like that. But he never told them about what do you do before you go to work, because he had to be to work at 12:30, 1 o'clock. He used to visit the local whorehouse before he hit work. Okay? And he had the type of job where he could have got off a little early, hit the local crack, whatever whorehouse, got his suck, whatever on, and then, okay, yes, he comes home. And I knew these things because, you know, anytime you haven't had relations with your partner, okay, and women need to know this. This is what you need to do. And his testicles are empty. I don't want to hear nothing about, oh, he may have been masturbating or whatever. Because if you're masturbating, then you don't need no wife. How are you going to sit up there and masturbate when you need to take care of your wife sexually? You don't have no business masturbating, especially when you're not even taking care of your wife the way you should. So I don't want to hear that about it will masturbate. No. You haven't had sex with this person for a minute and his testicles are always empty. Really? So he's like, well, you ain't got no proof that... Yeah, are you serious? Maybe please.
want?
She always in pain.
Mr. Smith, I'm talking to you. I asked you a question. What do you want? Her or her?
Wow.
Well, as of
I
right
mean, have
now,
you moved on from her completely?
well, I wanted to work, but it seemed like it ain't getting nowhere.
You not coming home 2 in the morning?
I wanted to work. How was sleeping with her last night helping you to get this thing to work?
I can't believe you.
That's the same thing I was saying to my ex-narc too. He's talking about what I kept trying to work with the relationship. I kept trying to make it happen, but it was, how do you call sitting around here? You got this hole up in your bed. Your landlady is kicking your behind out because you got too many prostitutes coming up in there, but yet you want to pretend like you was working on the marriage, trying to make it work? You know, stop going to your Christian meetings altogether. You hang out with nothing but crackheads. I already asked your behind, told you, yo son, keep hanging out with that particular character, you're going to end up smoking crack right back with that character. Guess what happened? He was beaming up with that character. Everybody in my congregation was telling him, leave this character alone, man. You need to stop going to these barbershops in the neighborhoods that you go. You know, you got to stay away from people, places, and things. Did he listen? Of course not. Because he knew more than God, Jesus Christ, and everybody in the congregation. And guess what now? Full-blown crackhead. Skinny as a rail. Okay?
Well, I just try and spice up the bedroom, y'all.
Yeah, I hear you.
When divorce court continues, Dee and Octavia catch the wrath of Judge Lynn.
To hurt someone you've been through.
The thing is, he kills me with, I was trying to spice up the bedroom, Your Honor. Okay, why can't we spice it up with another man, dude? Why did it have to bring another woman into the scene? Hello.
So much with, and you just that tacky chick who just humping it for no reason. Mr. Smith, you are a low-down, trifling nobody.
You are a low-down, dirty, trifling nobody.
Divorce court returns with the case of Lene Ransom and Eldante D. Smith, who have stayed together through 15 years and 3 children, but are ready to go their separate ways.
So tell me about the $500 you were seeking from Mr. Smith.
Your Honor, I'm going to tell you about the one day I was working, a long time ago. I was working around about November, December 2010. And I was working, and Mr. Smith came to me and said he's going to purchase a vehicle from a guy, a best friend of his. He was going to give him a car for $500. So every 2 weeks, I give him a payment of $100. And I found out one day the guy called my house, and I answered the phone for Mr. Smith. And he said, and I said, I'm glad you called me because I want to talk to you about my car. He said, what car? I said, well, I gave you $500. I gave Mr. Smith $500 to give to you to pay for a car. He said, yeah. He said, I got a car, but it ain't for Mr. Smith. He said, and Mr. Smith gave him no $500. So when I approached him when he came home, all he did was start laughing. He thought it was so funny. So basically, I gave him $500 for nothing.
For nothing.
I bought a car from him that I ain't never seen.
Mr. Smith, what do you have to say?
That's another one of her fairy tales, Your Honor.
None of that ever happened?
So I
None of
gave
that
you
ever
$500.
No.
You know, I made
It's
payments
just
to this
another
man.
fairy tale.
I
Gaslighting.
That's another fairy tale, Your Honor.
Okay. Well, the fairy tale is over. The nightmare is now to begin.
I was hurt. I found out the answer. The reason why I came today to find out was my best friend and my ex-fiancée cheating. I found out they was. And she said something about last night. I'm hurt. I want you to know I am hurt to the core. And I mean to the core. Y'all both have hurt me. And I can't believe y'all did me like that. And I am hurt.
Ms. Morgan? Yes, ma'am. You are trifling and low down. How you could do that to a friend of yours, I don't ever know.
Hello.
I don't know what your life has been like. I don't know where you live. I don't know what you do. But there's a right and there's a wrong, and everybody knows where that line is. There's no slippery slope here. You were wrong. You were wrong to get into the bed with him, and you were so very wrong to take a man from her just because you could.
Want him.
Yeah,
I didn't take him.
You slept with him last night. And if you don't want him, it's even worse. Her man, who was her life, who was the father of her children, and you just that tacky chick who just humping him for no reason.
Say, girlfriend,
Smith,
she's amazing. She's right. She's totally right. She's talking about, I don't even want him. You know, sat up there and bust up a marriage. You know what I'm saying? You just humping him for no reason. Come on, yeah, you're trifling. I love this judge. She's amazing.
You are a low-down, trifling nobody. I don't
It ain't
like
like that,
you.
y'all.
You didn't even go across town to cheat.
Oh, yeah, I
You
like
cheated
that.
with her best
What she
friend
said?
to take her man from her just
I
because you
don't want
could.
him.
Yeah,
I didn't take him.
You slept with him last night. And if you don't want him, it's even worse. Her man, who was her life, who was the father of her children, and you just that tacky chick who just humping him for no reason. Mr. Smith, you are a low-down, trifling nobody. I don't
It ain't
like
like that,
you.
y'all.
You didn't even go across town to cheat. You cheated with her best friend.
Right now,
I mean,
right now,
lazy, tired, trifling, no count, no moral code, no right or wrong, no nothing. Well, let me tell you something, Mrs. Ransom. I'm going to end with you. You walk on and you walk strong. You're a beautiful woman. You got a great job. You got 3 kids. Love yourself. Find yourself another man. And if you don't get another man, that's okay. My sister ain't got a man, but she is in Venice having more fun than me.
Yes,
so
ma'am.
you go do what you need to do. And
Yes,
you be
ma'am.
happy. And don't be hurt anymore. Just feel good. Feel strong. Feel wonderful. Walk on and do so with $500. It is so ordinary.
Whoa! She gave her the $500. How about that? Wow. Oh my God. You always have a choice. Choose wisely. God knows, please. No threesomes when you're in a relationship. I mean, are you serious? That's so crazy. And if you need some spice in your freaking marriage, wife, the man, he could go put on something, put the, those strap the balls and tie it around his face, and she could get the whip, the dominatrix. That's right. She said something to say, call me mistress. What's my name? You heard me. Bow down. Bow down. You want excitement, darling? You want something new? Okay, let's get crazy up in here. That's right. She gets her dominatrix outfit on. That's right. Get it on. Get that whip. You want excitement? Okay, let's have some excitement. Take this ball, put it in your mouth, and we tie that up there, and I want you to put this lever on. Oh yeah, we can get crazy. Let's spice this up. And if there's ever going to be a threesome, it will be us inviting another man into the bedroom. How about that? Considering you're the one that's bored. I never said anything about being bored, even though God knows, snoozer city. But okay, I wasn't complaining, considering you complained. Okay, I hear you, babe. One man coming up. One trinity. Is that good for you? Does that work? Okay, you always have a choice. Choose wisely. Bye for now.